What's up, everybody? I'm Money Mike, back again with another episode of Elevated Crypto. Today we have a few articles to go over. We have a little bit of news on the stimulus. We have some news again on PayPal. Now, we discussed them yesterday, entering the cryptocurrency ecosystem, but we have some new news on PayPal. We have a little bit of stuff on Ripple here, and then a little thing on Bitcoin towards the end. Just a couple opinions on Bitcoin from some very respected investors and where they think Bitcoin is at as far as the bigger picture. So if you're excited for that content, if you're pumped up like I am, if you're feeling bullish today, give that like button a smash. Don't forget to hit the subscribe. That way you are informed anytime I upload a video or any content. A lot of times in this crypto ecosystem, a lot of the information could be time sensitive. So you'd like to be notified when I do upload and when the videos go live. And also, once we get to 1,000 subs, we are going to do a giveaway. We will vote on what that giveaway is over on my Twitter page. You could give me a follow over there at Elevated Crypto. And once we get closer to 1,000, we'll hash that out. That being said, guys, let's get into it today. We'll take a quick look at what's going on here. Bitcoin 12.9, so we're a little under that 13K mark. Ethereum still holding over 400, though it is, does look like it is on the downslide. I don't know how long here we look to stay over 400 before we start to dip below. XRP, surprise, surprise, 25 cents. The one that never seems to change, right? We'll go through a couple other ones here. Chainlink 1201, Polkadot 428, Litecoin 5542. So overall, Litecoin's still up for the week. Okay, let's hop right into it. First article, stimulus talks. I'm not going to go through all this, but I did say I would inform you anytime, I got some stimulus news or as we got closer to the Friday deadline, which we are now at, and still no stimulus. This article was just from a couple hours ago, and basically, everybody's pointing the finger at each other. Pelosi blames Munchin, Munchin blames Pelosi, and honestly, it's sad because the only real loser here, is the American people. The people who really need this stimulus are the ones suffering because, these guys can't agree to a package here. So I'm not going to go through this whole article. I just brought it up with the intent to show you where we are at. And it seems like, the negotiations have stalled for right now. Could they pick back up? Could something get done? Absolutely. But right now, it's not looking good. So moving on. Now, we have some new news today on PayPal. Yesterday, they announced they were getting into the crypto ecosystem, right? And they were going to allow the buying and selling of, I think it was like up to 5 cryptos or something they were going to start out with on their platform. Now, this article here is saying, how PayPal's move is good for crypto adoption, but not so much for the profits. And I think we're starting to see that. I mean, Morgan Stanley analyst here basically went through that, and they said, PayPal itself as a company doesn't really see to gain anything from this. It's not really going to pick up the firm's bottom line, but it will help boost mass adoption. I guess PayPal pledged to support crypto as a funding source for 26 million merchants. And they said here it will likely benefit mass cryptocurrency adoption more than it will boost the payment firm's bottom line. And that being said, guys, maybe they're doing it just to stay competitive. This was an article from CoinDesk from today. Here's a couple highlights of it here. It just said, the move should expand crypto acceptance online, which to date has stalled at 1% of the top 500 internet retailers. Wow. So out of the top 500 internet retailers, only 1% of them have exposure to this. So, overall, yes, will it boost the exposure to crypto? Yeah, but, will PayPal see big monetary gains from this? Probably not so much, but who knows? I thought it was an interesting article and, just interesting for the fact that what we always talk about on this channel usually is mass adoption and getting closer, to that point in time where we start to see a lot of these cryptos take off. So I thought that was interesting. Moving on, another one here. about PayPal. And so not only did they announce that, they're getting in crypto and they're going to be bringing it to 26 million merchants, now it said PayPal is in talks to buy crypto firms, including BitGo. So PayPal is exploring purchases of cryptocurrency companies, including Bitcoin custodian BitGo, Bloomberg reported, citing people familiar with the matter. Again, this was an article from CoinDesk, Kevin Reynolds. And right here, it says the news comes a day after the payments giant announced it's entering the crypto market. Now that's big, right? Like yesterday you say, okay, we're getting into crypto. And now today, the next day, not only are, you're getting into crypto, but now you're trying to, purchase an actual crypto exchange here, BitGo, which pretty interesting. Interesting to see, where is PayPal going with this, and I thought that was pretty cool. Like, not only are they getting involved, but they're looking to expand their involvement in the ecosystem. So I thought that was neat. Again, guys, this is over on CoinDesk. I will link all of these articles below in the description if you want to go over and take a look at them for yourself. Excuse me. Moving on here. Ripple. We have some Ripple news, XRP. Now, as you know, I don't know if you've been seeing in the news with Ripple and that, they're sort of fed up over the lack of clarity. I mean, this is a company here playing by the rules. They're not trying to dance around loopholes or anything like that. They literally want to play by the rules, and they're proud to be a US-based company. But when the rules aren't clear, that makes it a problem. And, it seems like for months now, these guys have been fighting for some sort of regulatory clarity here. And we're getting it, but we're getting it slowly. And it's not all agreed upon, as this article will cover here. Going down, it says here that Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse has given more insight on the company's possible move away from the U.S., saying the legal status of the XRP cryptocurrency is the key problem here. Talking to CNBC Friday, Garlinghouse said his blockchain payments infrastructure company could potentially move to London, where XRP is not considered a security by the regulating Financial Conduct Authority. So again, guys, it just comes down to the lack of clarity as to what XRP is and what is it going to be considered. And, this is a company here that, is leading the way in a lot of innovation, and they want to continue to do that, but it's hard to do that when the rules aren't laid out clear for you. So, I feel their pain there. Hopefully they do stay within the U.S., right? Why take such a good company like that and move it outside? But at the end of the day, they have to do what's best for the company and what's best to, frontline the innovation of this technology. And if that's moving out, it looks like they're ready to do it. So hopefully that will, potentially make the SEC and the U.S. start to really get some clarity here for these bigger companies that want to play by the rules. So it said the firm may also consider other nations that take a similar stance. Ripple is closely tied to XRP, using the token to move value within some of its institution-focused payment products, as well as helping its development. In the U.S., though, Ripple is fighting a legal battle with investors who claim XRP is an illegally issued security, while the Securities and Exchange Commission has not been clear on the issue and has been taking actions against some token-based projects. So really, at the end of the day, they're just saying, guys, give us the set of rules to how we could operate here. So who knows what happens there. This will be linked up in the description. This next article now, this is a guy, Ken Kurse, and I'm not going to really go through this, but what I found pretty neat was he's a Trump family friend. He's also a Ripple board member. And this, I just wanted to point this out, is, we always talk about, the few times that we did talk about Ripple in some of the videos that we've done here, one of the key things with them seems to be the amount of people they're involved with and the close ties they have, across the board. And here's just another one, a person who's an actual Ripple board member, but also a friend of the family of the president. He got a cyber stalking charge. Going through the article, I guess it said something he was bothering people that he thought helped or had a hand in his divorce. At the end of the day, this is a guy's personal, whatever going on. Looked like a family issue there, but I brought it up just for the solely fact of, wow, like they really, this guy's a Ripple board member, but he's also a friend of the family at Trump. And, it's like a big web. Everybody's sort of connected to somebody one way or another, right? Moving on, we have I want to go over something about Paul Tudor Jones, right? Now, if you guys don't know who this guy is, he is an American billionaire hedge fund manager. Very, very smart guy, deals in financials. His opinion, carries a lot of weight across the industry. And there was actually an article that came out with him here. I seen it over on Decrypt. Again, it will be linked below. It says, hedge fund icon Paul Tudor Jones is gaining confidence in Bitcoin. While he's no Bitcoin flag bearer, he does believe the crypto asset has a long way to go. In brief here, the investor sees Bitcoin as an inflation hedge. His comments come as Bitcoin reaches a new yearly high, and this is what I thought was cool. The investor added that the Bitcoin growth is still only in the first inning. So basically, saying potentially Bitcoin growth has a very long way to go. And, this opinion now, again, not financial advice, this is my personal opinion, and we're talking about somebody else's opinion here. But looking at a guy like this who's been involved in financials for a long time, and he's a billionaire, right? A smart guy, they know what they're doing. Seeing his opinion of that, why saying, wow, he really thinks Bitcoin is still only in the first inning, makes you think. And, you hear some of those outlandish expectations of Bitcoin. Oh, it could be 50,000, 100,000. You never know, right? You never know. And at the end of the day, anyone's guess is as good as mine. But if they are right, and you start to see bigger companies, billionaires, major companies get involved, you start to think that, wow, well, maybe they're right. Maybe they're on to something here, right? And that's the only point I bring up, guys. As always, do your own research. Look at some of this stuff for yourself. But like I said, I think we are really headed towards mass adoption. I think the fact that these bigger companies getting involved now is going to sort of open the door for a lot of new users or a lot of people that maybe weren't involved before. That maybe if they don't become a new user, at least crypto is brought front and center to their awareness, right? More people know about it, it spreads, word of mouth, who knows. At the end of the day, guys, hope you like the content. Elevate yourself, elevate the people around you, and I will see you very soon on the next video.